The views and opinions expressed on this program are not those of Norfolk State University or WNSB-FM. Thank you for listening.
Hot 91, your choice for hip-hop and R&B soul. Hello there. Yes. It's time for a new episode of Hampton Roads Voices. Khilo is here. Of course, you know me. And tonight's episode is entitled The Importance of Mentorship. We have special guest experts here, and they'll be telling us all about why you should be a mentor and the effects of mentoring. Okay, keep it locked. It's Hot 91. Hot 91, your choice for hip-hop and R&B soul. And like I said, it's a brand new episode of Hampton Roads Voices. Oh, yes. And tonight's episode is entitled The Importance of Mentorship. So, of course, on Hampton Roads Voices, we like for you to think. We like for you to get in your feelings. We like to get you out of your comfort zone. And we also like to offer solutions and to educate you. Okay, so, of course, New Year 2018. Let's just say that. Happy New Year. Woohoo! From Hampton Roads Voices. And we have some really great episodes in store for you this year, including, but not limited to, Entrepreneurship 101. Yeah, you want to start that business this year. We're going to get you going on the right track. What else are we talking about this year? Oh, the newly divorced. You know, it's a new, you just got that divorce finalized or you're going through one and you know what? You're a mess. And we're going to help you with that as well. All of those episodes and more are going to be for you. But tonight, like I said, the importance of mentorship. And of course, we want you to call in. This is a live episode. We want you to call in and share your 2 cents. If you've had experience with mentoring someone or you were mentored as you were growing up and it did amazing for you. They really opened up a door and made you think and be the best you that you can be. I want to hear your story. Okay, so we'll go ahead and throw that out there now. 757-823-9110. You know the number, 757-823-9110. And I'm going to ask you this question. Has a mentor helped you in any way in your life? How did that impact you? I want to know. If you had a great mentor, I want to hear that too. If you had a horrible mentor, I want to hear that as well. 823-9110. So it wouldn't be a Hampton Roads Voices show without special guest experts, right? Right. So we have plenty for you tonight. We have Sylvia Muller. She is with the Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Hampton Roads. Hello there.
Hi there. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. And we'll get into, of course, what you do and what Big Sister and Big Brother is all about. We have Mr. E.G. Primus. Hello there, sir.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing great. He is with the Chesapeake, Virginia Beach alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity. You are the chairman, right?
The chairman of the Guide Right program.
Chairman of the Guide Right program that is underneath that chapter, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, just want to get everything right. And then I also have Mr. Brian Jenkins. He is the Kappa League director with the same chapter, correct?
Correct.
All right, perfect. And then a little bit later on, we'll be speaking with a young man who is a student of Norfolk State University. His name is Dwight Bland, and he is with, he did go through that Guide Right program, the mentorship program, but that is a little bit later. So, Miss Sylvia, we'll start with you ladies first. Can you tell me a little bit about what you do and what Big Brother, Big Sister is?
Yes, thanks. So, Big Brothers, Big Sisters here in Hampton Roads, we provide adult volunteer mentors with middle school aged military connected youth. So we're a little bit different than other Big Brothers, Big Sisters across the country that we specify in working with middle school aged military connected kids in our area.
Okay, cool beans. Sounds good to me. Mr. E.G. Primus, can you tell us about a little bit about yourself, what you do professionally?
Yes, I'm a retired colonel from the United States Air Force, and I'm currently an executive with the Department of Veteran Affairs.
All right. Can you tell us a little bit about the Guide Right program?
Yes, our Guide Right program is structured under our fraternity's umbrella, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, founded in January 5th of 1911. At about 1922, we created this Guide Right program, and the purpose was to reach those underachieving youths in society and to make a way for them. And in doing that, we focused on 4 objectives in order to get there. The first objective was working with them to create an environment to better their attitude and their personalities. Secondly, to assist them in training and to get them started in the right way, either employment or college. The third objective was to assist the parents, to create a network for the parents, so the parents had a network of successful men who had gone through similar success rates and was able to now translate that to help their kids. And lastly, we had a goal of making sure that the unfortunate youths was given an opportunity to get off the streets and to go through structure as far as entertainment and culture events.
Awesome. Sounds good to me. Y'all got your hands full over there. And Mr. Brian Jenkins, the Kappa League Director, can you tell me a little bit about what you do as the Kappa League Director and how your hands are inside the Guide Right program?
Absolutely. So Kappa League is a program that is under the Guide Right umbrella. And Kappa League was founded in 1970 by the Los Angeles alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. And it was basically aimed at individual students from 6th through 12th grade. 6th through 12th grade. And we help them identify six phases of life. So the first phase is self-identity and confidence. The second phase is academic and career readiness. The third phase is preparing for leadership. The fourth phase, social development. The fifth phase, healthy living. And then finally, cultural awareness. Just ensuring that all these phases are taken care of and that they understand the importance of all these phases and how intricate it is in their success in life.
Great work. See, I told you, special guest experts. We have those here. All right, so let's hop into the conversation. Why don't we? Okay, so when people think of mentorship, and before we get into the conversation, I want to remind our listeners that we want to hear your voice. It is called Hampton Roads Voices. Give us a call, 757-823-9110, 823-9110. Have you ever had a mentor? Has a mentor helped you in any way? Did they damage you in any way? Give us a call. Let us know how mentorship, how strongly that impacted you. 757-823-9110. So I am very sure, you guys, that when people think of mentorship, they have kind of an idea of it, but they really don't know what it consists of. Can you share the ins and outs from your perspective, of course, of what mentoring requires on the behalf of the mentor? We can start with you, Ms. Muller.
Sure. So, mentorship is actually a pretty simple thing. Mentors are role models, and mentors are that extra positive person and for big brothers, big sisters for that child's life. So really, it's a pretty easy concept about, just being that person in that child's life who's consistent and who shows up and who really offers that child with a positive role model.
Right. It's all the difference. Mm-hmm. How about you, Mr. Primus, Brian?
Well, to add to what she just stated, a major piece is commitment. You have to get commitment from the young person and also the mentor. The mentor and the mentee must be committed. You must have scheduled meetings. That scheduled meetings will help you navigate through those challenges that one may have at any given time.
Mm-hmm. Brian, you want to add to that?
So I would say that it's a time commitment, really, and just really making sure that the parents are involved. For me, that's a big thing is, getting parents involved, and because it's important. These are your children. We're here to assist you and to make sure that we are doing as much as we can. But it's a time commitment, and just being the best person that they can, because, a lot of the students that we support they come from less privileged backgrounds, such as myself. I'm actually from Norfolk, Virginia, and I went through a mentorship program, and I can say how beneficial it was to have a mentor and to have someone to just listen to me and to, care about what I have to say and to feel that I'm valued. So that's definitely something that I feel is important for a mentor.
What age did you have your mentor, Brian?
I was in 5th grade. He was actually my 5th grade teacher. I ran track with Mr. Kelvin Bailey. If you out there, Mr. Bailey.
Shout out Mr. Bailey.
Yeah, he's a really good guy, man. He really he saw something in me that it went a long way, and it definitely it helped a lot, because. Like I said, I grew up in the inner city, and I wasn't necessarily the most outgoing person, but he saw something in me, and he definitely, awakened something inside of me to make me, so it's definitely beneficial. So Mr. Bailey, I appreciate you, man.
And that's what it's really all about. If you're an adult and you see something in a child, just a little glimmer of something, if you just, commit the time to cultivate that and to grow and to make that child tap into that potential, that can have a world of difference. It really can, especially if the parentals aren't really involved, or even if they are involved, you can probably offer a different perspective than the parents. So I'll tell you what, we have such a great conversation in store for you. We're going to be talking about the effects of the effects of mentorship on positive youth development. We'll be talking about what really makes a great candidate. If you're asking yourself, can I really do this? Am I really fit for being a mentor? You probably are. So we'll get into that as well. All of that is coming up in quite a few. We'll take a quick break. And when we return, slow down, Khilo, we will continue the importance of mentorship. Hampton Roads Voices, High 91. Yeah, and we want our phone lines jiggling. 823-9110. We're talking about the importance of mentorship right here on this new episode of Hampton Roads Voices. Khilo is here with special guest experts, Sylvia Muller. She's with the Big Brothers, Big Sisters with Hampton Roads. And we have Mr. E.G. Primus. He is the chairman for the Guide Right program underneath the Chesapeake, Virginia Beach alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. And Brian Jenkins, he is the Kappa League director with the same chapter, the Chesapeake, Virginia Beach alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity, Inc. All right. And a little bit later, we'll be talking about a young man who went through that Guide Right program that is underneath the Kappa League and the Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity in Chesapeake the Chesapeake, Virginia Beach alumni chapter. His name is Dwight Bland. He is a senior at the Norfolk State University. Behold. All right. So we do have a guest on, well, not a guest, a phone caller. We have two. Oh, awesome. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Hi, 91, you're live on the air. Who am I speaking with?
This is Paul.
Hi, Paul.
From Newport News.
Hey, Paul from Newport News. What's your question, comment, or concern?
Well, I don't have no questions or concern. I just wanted to state that, I'm a millennial, first of all. I'm 27 years old, and I've been through countless different situations in my life coming up. And I've had a mentor, and my mentor stuck with me for 8 to almost 10 years. And so it's and of course, there's many skepticals about having a mentor and everything and what you can do and what's the benefits and pros and cons. But for me, it helped, to have somebody to talk to and go out somewhere with, or somebody who's genuinely interested in my well-being and my well-betterment, is what what the vibe I got when I had him. So, I think it's a good idea. And I think that, what qualifies to be a candidate, to be a mentor, is just somebody who's just trying to help better the betterment of somebody else, and so, that's what that is. Pretty much somebody to look up to and just go out, discover things, and just talk about stuff that's stressing on you heavy in your life. No matter what age you are, you're always going through something. This world isn't perfect. We're not perfect. And it's always good to have somebody out there to, just to chill with and talk to and, be able to do new things with. So
I love that, Paul.
Yeah, thank you.
Paul, do you want to shout out your mentor?
Yeah, shout out Harold Jordan, from Community Services Board from way back in the day. I'm not sure if you remember me, man, but, you did a great job, man. I appreciate everything. And I just appreciate life. And he did great for me. I appreciate you, dude. Wherever you at, if you're out there just listening, I hope you feel this blessing, because it's coming.
I love that. Well, thank you, Paul, for calling in and listening.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Be blessed. We do have another call. Let's keep it going. And also, if you want to share your testimony of how a mentor helped you out, I love it. Let's keep that going. Maybe that can inspire someone else to get off the couch and walk down to the Big Brothers, Big Sisters in Norfolk and say, hey, I want to be a mentor, okay? 823-9110. Hi, 91, you're live on the air. Who am I speaking with?
Yeah, hi. This is Scott from Chesapeake.
Hey, Scott from Chesapeake. What's your question, comment, or concern?
Well, I have a few comments, or basically, you started off about if I had a mentor, and as a youth kid growing up, I had a number of mentors provided from various organizations, like church youth group, Boy Scouts, sports. I think the benefit of having mentors growing up, especially with adults, they provide some perspective. When you're a kid, you see everything in front of you, and with adults, they can give you that perspective to put the reality or some peace into the situation. But I was also had the opportunity to be a mentor myself as a young adult out of college with Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Oh, awesome!
And kind of like what the previous caller mentioned, I think it's quite simple. It's really just be who you are, be a supportive person. Just being willing to be consistent, available, provide that presence and attention, and really, it's not overly complicated because in the end, that provides the support for the person you're mentoring, especially if it's a young youth.
Awesome.
And I think in the end, by being a mentor, it's very rewarding. You have the opportunity to put, with the joy and benefit of giving back to the community, being part of something more than yourself, or being part of the bigger picture.
That's awesome, Scott.
It is, and it was very fun and rewarding. So
what was the best part of you being a mentor? And also, I just want to add that I liked how you paid it forward. Somebody mentored you and took the time out to mentor you, and you went out and mentored somebody else. But what was the best part of mentoring a young person?
Well, I had my little for almost 3 years, and I think it's just kind of going through like any other relationship where you first meet each other and might be awkward at first, but it develops, and you begin to understand, needs or likes and dislikes, and then you just work around activities that meet those needs. And we had a great time. Went to the beach, went to the circus, all kinds of with Big Brothers Big Sisters, provided some other opportunities.
Hello.
The little with.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great. Thank you for your work. Are you still mentoring, or you kind of took a break?
I took a break.
Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. Regroup, get your mind right, and then get back out there. But thank you for your help with mentoring our youth, Scott.
Yeah.
And thank you for listening.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
Let's keep those calls going. 757-823-9110. It is called Hampton Roads Voices for a reason. I'm going to throw out some questions for you guys, and you guys can call and talk. Let's talk, okay? You don't have to be all professional and have it all together. For example, if you are thinking about being a mentor, and there is just something that's stopping you, and you're not quite sure, give us a call. We have special guest experts here that can kind of walk you through it. What's stopping you from being a mentor? What's stopping you? Is it time commitment? Is it you are insecure in your ability? Let's talk about it, okay? 823-9110. Now, special guest experts, we know that being the right mentor can have a great positive effect on our youth. Can you guys tell us how that is and why? It's a little cliche, but hearing it might help some people out there.
The key right mentor, it's a word that you have to be very careful with, because the objective here is each one teach one. If you can get a group of individuals and you can touch one of those individuals in there and become that mentor for that individual, and that individual becomes successful at the end of the day, and by success I mean just accomplishing his or her goal, I think it's mission accomplished. So the key here is being able to have that time and being able to commit to leaning forward to make a difference in an individual's life and not be selfish. I think being selfish holds back a lot of individuals from becoming mentors. We each have a lot we can offer, but some of us, for some reason, don't want to share it. It is not fair to those out there who has a need. From whom much is given, much is expected.
Mm-hmm. Yes. You want to?
Yeah, I mean, I think you brought up such a great point, E.G., is that, it really is just about being there and having that commitment and listening. And you don't need to be a professional. You don't need to have your life together. As adults, most of us don't have our life together, right?
Okay.
And so, yeah, I mean, we really don't need to have, be this perfect person that we imagine that a mentor is, because really it is all about, like as E.G. said, just showing up and being committed to your child, your mentee, and just listening and being a role model. And it doesn't take
too much.
It doesn't take too much.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, e.g. the time commitment is absolutely there. We want, when we choose to be a mentor in some child's life, we need to make that choice and commitment. We want to show up on a regular basis.
Yes.
With Big Brothers Big Sisters, we ask for a once a week kind of match meeting.
That's not bad. Once a week.
Once a week.
That's not too bad.
For a couple hours a week. It's not bad at all. Think about what you do during that time.
And you know what? When you guys were saying that you don't have to be perfect to be a mentor, you can be honest with your mentee, especially if you have a quote-unquote older mentee. Your mentee is like 16, 17, and you're going through. You can kind of show your mentee, hey, I'm behind on my bills, and I'm behind because I made a bad mistake. I bought something that I shouldn't have bought. You can be teaching your mistakes to that mentee. So be honest. Nobody's perfect. You don't have to be perfect. We do have a caller. Let's see who is on the air. Hi, 91, you're live on the air. Who am I speaking with?
You're speaking with Otis.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm giving a shout out to my mentor, a former Spartan by the name of Chester Sutton.
I love it.
Yeah, he's old school Spartan.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's out in Elizabeth City right now, so if he went to Chester's grocery store, he's my mentor. I'm out in Newport News right now in this winter storm. It's bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right now?
I'm still here.
What the world? Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience when he was mentoring you? How did he really help you or turn your path around?
Well, I was leaving all my problems in Virginia behind, moving to North Carolina, and he told me, you might as well turn right back around and head back and come back to school. It's about simple as that. And I made that move last year.
Wow.
So
That's
hopefully
awesome.
I'll make him proud soon. I'm in the same district as I'm in the 94th district that just lost to David Yancey. So hopefully we can turn it blue next time around.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, thank you for calling and listening. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
All righty. And even though we're talking about youth development, mentorship can really help a whole grown person. Okay, so if you're starting a new career and somebody that has done it before is mentoring you, that can really help. So try to take something away from what we're talking about, even though the conversation is about youth mentorship. We have one more call, and then we'll get right back into the conversation. I love to hear your voice, and I'm glad we're starting 2018 like this. Hi, 91, you're live on the air. Who am I speaking with?
How you doing? You're speaking with Reginald Land. I'm from Norfolk, Virginia.
Hey, Reginald, I know you.
Yeah, definitely. I was just listening in. Just first of all, thank you for the platform that you created that gets this message out is perfect. I'm actually in the car with my mentee now. We're
That's
headed
awesome.
to a flag football game. He's a part of my Option 2 program. But I just wanted to call and first of all, thank the guests for contributing, and then just thank you for the platform that you're creating, because there's a such thing as distant mentorship. Like, you might not know who you're inspiring or who's paying attention. And I've had plenty of people contact me and say, wow, I learned this from you. And I'm like, well, we never really had any type of conversation in person, but it's from social media or from just, people watch your moves. So mentorship is a big thing. And I've had a great father and great mother, but they pretty much, was open to me learning from other adults. And because of that, I've gained a lot of opportunities just from having mentors. And because I was a great mentee and listening to my mentors, I became a great mentor for my mentees.
I love that.
It's definitely full circle. But seriously, thank you for everything you do, Khiara.
Oh, thank you, Reginald.
I really appreciate it. And for all the people that's scared to tell you, because sometimes we're just scared to tell a person that they're doing a great job. So you're doing a great job. Thank you, yes.
Don't have me crying up here.
Nah, don't cry, but it's okay to be proud of yourself. Seriously, you might be mentoring someone from a distance. You don't know, so just keep pushing, because you never know who's depending on you. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Mr. Land.
Yep,
And
definitely.
thank you
You
for
guys enjoy
listening.
your night.
All righty, have a good one. Let's keep those calls going. 823-9110. And you know what? I think it's a good time for a break. You know, people say, all right, let's hear some music. So when we return, I want to know, is there a token youth that will make a great mentee? Is there a such thing? Like, you know, everybody thinks about, oh, I got to save that kid on the block that's selling dope. You know, let's get into that when we return. All right, 823-9110. I want to hear from you, Hampton Roads. Keep it locked right here. It's the importance of mentorship on Hot 91. Hot 91, your choice for hip hop and R&B soul. We're having so much fun on this episode of Hampton Roads Voices. We're talking about the importance of mentorship. All right, so many youth or even grown people, another person coming in and showing them the way can make a world of difference. Either you commit a little bit of time or a lot of time, it can still really help someone else. So this show is really about helping whoever is on the fence that is straddling. You know, I really want to mentor someone, but I don't have the time to do so, or I don't know if I'm fit to do that, or someone who probably needs a mentor, and you're thinking, what they're talking about, I know someone who is like that, so maybe they can help me. You know, all things mentorship, that's what we are talking about. We have special guest experts on the show. Miss Sylvia Muller, she is with the Big Brothers Big Sisters Hampton Roads. Mr. E.G. Primus, he's the chairman of the Guide Right program with the Chesapeake, Virginia Beach alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity. We have Brian Jenkins here. He is the Kappa League director with the Chesapeake, Virginia Beach alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity, Inc. I forgot that part. And a little bit later, we'll be talking to a young man who has went through the Guide Right program underneath this chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi, and he'll be speaking about his experience with that, okay? And, of course, I want to hear from you, Hampton Roads, 757-823-9110. Are you a mentor? Have you mentored? Have you been mentored? Tell me about your experience. If you're on the fence and you're like, you know what? I don't know. I want to know why. Why don't you know? Call me and tell me, why don't you know? 757-823-9110. All right, so we were talking about the, and if you are on the phone, just hold for me, please, okay? Thank you for your patience. So we were talking about the importance of mentorship, of course, and the positive effect on the youth. Do we have some statistics or something like that that can really help out with that? Does anybody have that? I know Miss Muller does. Okay, go ahead, Sylvia.
Hi. So, you know, statistically, mentoring youth who are mentored have a higher success rate, right? And so success is judged differently. But the national studies say that 55% are more likely to go to college. Great statistics. 78% are more likely to actually volunteer in their community to give back. 90% of children who are mentored become a mentor themselves. So when we really think about the ripple down effect on our communities and our nation, that's huge. And 130% are more likely to grow up to be in a leadership position.
Oh.
So, you know, statistics really tell the story there that mentoring really makes a huge impact on kids.
I love that more than half, 55%, that's a huge percentage. They go on to further their education. That's awesome. All right, so the token mentee, what is that? Is there the perfect youth that will be perfect for mentoring?
I will say, from my experience, we don't necessarily say token. We say a targeted group.
Okay.
In Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. And that's just young men who are trying to achieve worthy goals for themselves and make constructive contributions to their community when leadership roles become their duties. So in our program, we get students from 9th grade through 12th grade, and we have them to facilitate their own meetings. We have them to do campus cleanups, various things. We do SAT prep, ACT prep. We take them on college tours. We have tons and tons of scholarships. We actually have quite a few programs. We have a Naviance program specifically that helps with scholarships for students as well. And we just kind of groom them professionally. So I would say there's not a targeted group that we have, or I'm sorry, not a token group. We have a targeted group that, and that's just anyone that's trying to make a healthy contribution to society and, you know, become responsible adults. So what we do is in our program, in the Guide Right program, we kind of groom them in Kappa League, and then we hand off, and I'll let Brother Primus explain a little bit more about what we do.
The handoff, excellent. What happens is as we transition the young men from Brother Jenkins's program over to the larger aspect of the program to get them ready for college, we start off by sending letters out to all of the high schools in the Tidewater area. Every single high school receives a letter for us, in the South Side, that is. And the brothers in our chapter follow up with those letters on a weekly basis until we get feedback from the high schools, and it's either a go or no go from the various high schools. Currently, we have 23 young men that we're mentoring, 23, from throughout the Hampton Roads area. And what we do is we teach these young men life skills. We put on workshops. As a matter of fact, this month, they'll be getting a workshop on how to invest in the stock market. We teach them things like...
That's great.
We teach them things such as etiquette, and we teach them things such as resume writing. We teach them hygiene, basically life skills that we feel young men, in our case, need to succeed in life. We also teach them how to fundraise. And I would tell you, last year, we were successful in helping these young men receive over $40,000 in college scholarships.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
And this year, we set a goal for $50,000 as our goal this year to work with these young men to make sure they have that amount of money, not individually, this is collectively, to help them towards entering college. So back to the comment, it is a targeted group. We target high school senior males. That's the bottom line. And as they come, now they have rules and regulations they must follow. And we're very strict on the rules and regulations. And we have area coordinators. We have brothers in Virginia Beach, Hampton Roads. We have in Portsmouth. We have Suffolk, and Chesapeake. And these brothers have the responsibility to reach out to the young men weekly and also the parents weekly, and to keep the communications going. Because we feel if we just talk to the young men and not include the parents, something might be amiss. And it's been very successful. To date, we've been doing this now for about 16 years. And I would tell you we average anywhere from 10 to the highest now of 23. It's keep growing. We're getting more and more phone calls from individuals who wants to be part of the program because they see the impact it's having on the community.
So when you send out these letters to the high schools, you are telling them that you want their to get the word out to their senior males.
It's an introduction letter, letting them know that we're Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, and we're putting on a leadership, mentorship, scholarship program for the high school male seniors, and any diverse background. We're not saying black males, we're not saying white males, we're saying males. Mm-hmm. And so, if someone qualifies, there's a grade point average for qualifications. And if you're qualified for the program, you're in the program, and you follow the rules and regulations, you stick with the program, and you basically graduate from the program in the form of what we refer to as a botillion. You're probably familiar with the young ladies having the cotillion.
Right.
We do a botillion, which this year will be on May the 12th. And we normally have about 300 to 400 guests from the community watching these young men transition from our program onto the college atmosphere.
That's great. We usually wait till the end of the show, but, someone may be getting out of the car and they're like, you know what, my son needs to be in something like that. So if you could throw out some contact information, a phone number, a website.
Yes. My phone number is 757-535-9860. I'm the Guide Right Program Chairman, and if they get in contact with me or send me a text, I can put them in contact with the brother in the area, and we can start the dialogue to see what we can do to help them.
And one more time, that phone number?
757-535-9860.
Miss Sylvia with Big Brothers Big Sisters, go ahead and throw out your phone number, and then I want you to tell me what is the target youth that the Big Brothers Big Sisters like to mentor.
Yes. So my phone number is 757-392-5155.
One more time.
That's 757-392-5155. And so when you're speaking about targeted youth, I appreciate that that term that you used, E.G. Our target population for the kiddos that we serve here in Hampton Roads are middle school aged military connected youth. So the purpose of Big Brothers Big Sisters is to provide a mentor for children facing adversity. And what we know is that lots of military children face adversity.
Yeah.
So our program is specifically geared towards middle school aged military connected youth through deployments, through
moving around a lot.
Moving, when we're targeting middle school age, you think of all of the growth, social development, emotional development that goes on in middle school. It's a hard age, right?
Yeah.
So really targeting that population and that age and providing them with an extra positive adult person in their life can really do huge benefits.
Great. So we're going to put their contact information on our Facebook page and our Twitter. And we do have one caller. Listen, I know you've been holding on for such a long time. I need you to continue holding. I have to play this legal ID legally, but as soon as we come back, you're going to be on the phone, okay? I'm even going to play a short song. So make sure you keep it locked right here. The importance of mentorship. It is Hot 91 Hampton Roads Voices. Hot 91, your choice for hip hop and R&B soul. Brand new episode of Hampton Roads Voices here. We're live in studio talking about the importance of mentorship. And I'll tell you about who our special, I'll just tell you now, might as well. We have Mr. E.G. Primus here. He is the chairman of the Chesapeake, Virginia. No, he's the chairman of the Guide Right program underneath the Chesapeake, Virginia Beach alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Frat Inc., Fraternity Inc. We have Brian Jenkins here. He is the Kappa League Director with the same chapter, the Chesapeake, Virginia Beach alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Inc. And also we have Sylvia Muller here. She is with the Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Hampton Roads. Hampton Roads. Are you the president? What is your title?
Program manager.
Program manager. It's good to know. All righty. So without further ado, let's get to these phone lines. Thank you for your patience. Hi, 921, you're live on the air. Who am I speaking with? And thank you for waiting.
It's no problem. Hey, this is Marquita. How you doing?
Hey, Marquita. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good.
All righty. What's your question, comment, or concern?
So more of a comment. So first I want to say I absolutely love and adore everything about Norfolk State.
Yes.
I am a current Spartan, so, it's really coming from the heart.
Yes.
And I appreciate these segments that you guys play and really kind of have those heart-to-hearts. I'm really kind of picking up a lot. So I just wanted to chime in on the subject of mentorship, and I also want to say thank you for answering a question that I didn't get a chance to ask, which is, do you have to have your life together? I think it was Sylvia that was chiming in on that, stating that no, you don't, because most adults don't. And that was sort of kind of the thing that was holding me back, because in as far as I'm concerned, I had somewhat of the negative mentors. You can have the positive mentorship and you have the negative mentorship, where I learned some things in the streets. So as I got older and I realized that there were a lot of things that were missing that I needed, I actually went and sought out a mentor or a couple of mentors. And these were not anyone from, a chapter or from any type of organization. These were women that I looked up to, that in my eyes, they seemed successful because I just saw the progress that they had made in life, knowing that I needed to be on that right track. And so I asked them to mentor me. And so they did for whatever season they were supposed to be in my life to help me get back on track. So then as I reflect, I often say, I wish that I would have had this when I was younger, but there are a lot of young people that need that, and I would love to pour out to them, but I'm looking at, I haven't finished school yet, and I haven't done this, and I haven't done that, because, of course, we hold ourselves to a very high standard. So with all of that being said, that has dispelled the myth. So I guess the question now would be, how would I go about mentoring someone and, being able to know the right things? I guess, is it a natural conversation? Is there like a curriculum or something I'm supposed to stick to, or how does it all work?
That's awesome. Great question. Anybody want to chime in, Miss Muller?
I sure will. So, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, we are actively recruiting adult mentors, females and males, to mentor the children that we have enrolled in our program. It's as simple as either going online, calling me. I can send you the application. As far as, I really liked your question about, we do a lot of training. We do a pre-match training that volunteers can take. It's on an online platform. We also do what we call professionally support mentorship. So we are with that mentor and that mentee and that family every step of the way. We do match support. We contact mom or dad. We contact the child, and we contact the big sister or brother once a month. And we talk about how things are going, if there's any questions, if there's any concerns. Of course, child safety is number one, right? So a lot of that is evolved around child safety and making sure that that child is taken care of. But really, we as big brothers, big sisters are there for that big sister or brother to really do the best that they can. And I certainly have. I had a big sister call me today, and she said, I'm a college student, and I'm really concerned because I don't have a lot of money to spend on my little sister. And I loved that question because, sure, we do have bigs who go out there and, go to the movies and all of that, but that is not what the program is about. We actually encourage low-cost or no-cost activities so that you're going to the park, walking around. You're making a craft either in your home or the little's home. You're really just spending time, quality one-on-one time with that child and not spending money on that child because really your time is what is the most valuable thing in that child's life.
Right. I agree.
So does that kind of help answer your question?
It does. Thank you so much. And I'll definitely, I took down your information and I'll get it again offline.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And if I could say one thing to that, I'll listen to everyone. So even with the two gentlemen that are there from the fraternity, have you ever thought about possibly extending this to middle school? Because I have a middle schooler who is in dire need of male mentorship. And what you guys stand for is what he needs. But it's funny because the very thing with Big Brother, Big Sister and what Ms. Muller was stating, that it's geared towards military children. I myself am a veteran. So I can kind of, connect to both of them. So, I mean, even though I'm not active and I haven't been active, so therefore my middle schooler, I guess, kind of would not fit that criteria, but he would definitely benefit from the mentorship that the fraternity gives. So is that something that you guys would be interested in?
Actually, can I just step in real quick? Because thank you I wanted to clarify. So your middle schooler would absolutely qualify to be a mentee in our program.
Okay.
So we service military-connected middle school age youth. That means if that child has someone that has served, is serving, even if it's a sibling that is serving or has served, then they qualify for our program. So yes, absolutely, he would qualify. But I'll let the two awesome other folks kind of chime in.
Great. Okay, cool.
All right, so we do. We are actually in the process right now of. So Kappa League is from 6th through 12th grade, but we are actually in the process of reaching out to a middle school to have them come on board as well. So what you can do is you can email us at cvbkappas. That's cvbkappas@gmail.com, and I'll answer any questions, and I'll give you my contact information there, so that we can definitely reach out to your child. And if you are a parent of a middle schooler and you feel like this is something that you want for your child as well, because Kappa League is not just for high school students. It's from 6th grade through 12th grade. And it's a national program as well. So Kappa League is not just in the Chesapeake, Virginia Beach, or Norfolk, or the Hampton Roads area. Kappa League is international. They have Kappa Leagues in Buffalo. They have Kappa Leagues in Brooklyn. They have Kappa Leagues in Miami, and so on and so forth. So they'll always be able to have a brother in any state that they go to that can, kind of speak to some of that experience as well. So if you will, just email us, cvbkappas@gmail.com, and I'll answer any questions that you have, and feel free to contact me.
Sure. And Ms. Muller, can I have the information again for you as well, your phone number?
Yes, so it's 757-392-5155, and it's www.bigbroBigSis.com.
Perfect. Thank you guys so very much. I really appreciate all of the input and clarification. You will definitely be hearing from me, and I guess maybe I'll see somebody around on campus next week. Go Spartans!
Yes! Woo! Yes! Love
okay,
it.
thank you.
Have a good
such
night.
a great, you too. Bye-bye.
this is what we do Hampton Roads Voices for. We want to impact people. We want to get you thinking. We want to get you moving and into this community, okay? This is a whole public affairs show, so we want you involved in public affairs, okay? So let's continue this conversation, and, of course, you can be a part of it, too. 757-823-9110, 823-9110. I have a couple questions for you. Have you been mentored? Are you a mentor? Are you thinking about being a mentor? Call me and, let's have a discussion about it, okay? 823-9110. So, do you think, from you guys' professional opinion, do you guys think that every youth needs a mentor? Does every young person, do they need a mentor?
I'll take a stab at that. I think everybody in life needs mentors. I consider myself to be an average person, but I would tell you I have several mentors myself. And when things goes awry, I give them a call. I have one mentor in particular, and I'll give him a shout out, although he's in a different fraternity. Mr. Jackie Zell, he's a businessman in the Hampton Roads area, and he's my mentor. And we meet quite a bit. We have phone conversations, and we talk about anything in life, from our kids to business to anything related to the family. So having that extra air goes a long way.
Yeah.
And so, regardless of one's age or stature in life, I highly recommend considering having someone who you can call a mentor.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was a great answer.
I think, yeah, and I'll add to that, too. When I said that Big Brothers Big Sisters serves children facing adversity, I don't think that those are the only children that need, well, actually, in my honest opinion, I think that we're all facing adversity. And so I think that just kind of follows up with what E.G. said about anybody can use a mentor. And so to answer your question, yes.
Yeah.
Now, whether that is an official mentor or a natural mentor, another term to use, whether it's through an organization such as the two of ours, or whether it's just someone that, like E.G. called his business friend. So it can come in several ways. But yes, everyone could benefit from having a mentor.
Yeah, and not only a life mentor, but like I said earlier, maybe a professional mentor. If you're going into a whole new realm of business and you need to, call someone up, hey, am I making the right decision? I want to shout out my mentor. He's usually in D.C., but when I started to get my hands in some events, I think that's like a male-dominated thing out here in the Hampton Roads. I don't see too many women. It's a couple, of course, but doing the whole events thing, not just parties, but Jonathan King, he does a great job with Not Your Typical Homecoming. He's has his hands in the Black Alumni Ball that he does in DC, and now he's touring, and he's really helped me, like, hey, Jonathan, should I do this for this event? Is that a good idea? And he's really helped me have a couple successful events. So shout out to him while we're giving shout outs. Stay on the phone if you are on the phone. We're going to continue this conversation when we return. We're going to keep the music going because, this is your favorite station for hip hop and R&B soul. And that phone number is 757-823-9110. What are some misconceptions about mentorship? Yeah, that's a good one. What are the truths? We're going to get into that as well, as far as the qualities and characteristics of a quote-unquote good mentor. What is that? What's a bad mentor if there's one? 757-823 if you are a mentor or have been mentored and want to share your testimony, if you will, all right? It's Hampton Roads Voices, Hot 91. Hot 91, your choice for hip-hop and R&B soul. Hampton Roads Voices, a very live and brand new episode entitled The Importance of Mentorship. Of course, Khilo is here, and I have coined myself the public affairs princess. I'm going to go ahead and do my little hair flip, okay? The public affairs princess. I bring you very important topics with Hampton Roads Voices every single week. Yes, I'll go ahead and put on my crown. Make sure it doesn't tip. And, of course, I have special guest experts with me. This week, I have Sylvia Muller here. She is with the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Hampton Roads. She's the program manager there. I also have Mr. Brian Jenkins. He's the Kappa League Director with the Chesapeake, Virginia Beach Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity, Inc. And I have Mr. E.G. Primus. He is the chairman of the Guide Right program. That is a mentorship program underneath the Chesapeake, Virginia Beach Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity, Inc. And like I've been saying all show, we're going to be talking to a young man. He's a senior right here at the Norfolk State University. Whoop, whoop, behold the green and gold. episode, and he went through that Guide Right program, and he's going to tell us about his experience with that, okay? And, of course, we have you, Hampton Roads. Yes, it's called Hampton Roads Voices for a reason, and we want to hear your voice, 757-823-9110. Have you been mentored? Are you a mentor? How have you been with being a mentee? And what's stopping you from being a mentor if you are thinking about it, okay? We do have 3 calls. I love it. Let's continue those calls, and let's get into the conversation. Hi, 91, you're live on the air. Who am I speaking with?
Hello?
Hey, you're live on the air. What's your name?
My name is Corey Wiggins.
Hey, Corey. What's your question, comment, or concern?
I was basically just going to answer like the question you would ask, previously in regards to what a mentor is, or who my biggest mentor is.
Love it. Go ahead.
So, I would say my biggest mentor, I would have to say, is Dr. Morgan Kirby of the Mass Comm and Journalism Department, and I say that because there's a lot of you have teachers that can teach you the craft, but it's like she teaches me not only the craft, but she makes sure that I'm on top of my stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a mentor is somebody that not only steers you in the right direction, but makes sure you're maintained on that, that path. I had to say, like, from my sophomore year up until now, Dr. Morgan Kirby has been a very, very helpful, mentor, in my growth into becoming a writer. So I would have to just say, I just want to give a shout out to her for being an awesome mentor for me, and thank her for, mentoring me, because now I'm graduating in May with a clear knowledge of everything that I've learned from her.
Love it. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And thank you for listening.
No problem.
All righty. Have a good night.
You as well.
Hi, 91, you're live on the air. Who am I speaking with? Hi, 91, you're live on the air. Who am I speaking with?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, this is Kenny.
Hey, Kenneth, you're live on the air, just to let you know.
Okay, yeah,
right.
yeah. And I was just calling because I'm retired military.
Okay.
So I wanted to speak to, I think it's Sylvia.
Yes.
Sylvia?
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to get some information on how to be a mentor.
Oh, wonderful.
I think I already talked to Brian already, too, and he gave me a contact. But, yeah, it's something that's really needed. And I have 28 years experience.
Wow, great.
In the military, so, yeah, I can definitely understand deployment and all that kind of stuff and what the kids go through.
Sure. Wonderful.
So,
wonderful. So you can easily call me at 757-392-5155. That's 392-5155.
392-5155, okay.
Correct. Or you can visit our website at www.bigbrobigsis.com.
Yeah. Give me that number, 392-5155. Right?
That's correct.
Okay. I'll do that.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for listening, too. Have a good night.
Oh, yeah. Love you. Love your program.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And all of this information is on our Twitter and Facebook. We have one more caller, right? Okay. Hi, 91, you're live on the air. Who am I speaking with?
Yes, you're speaking with Angel.
Hey, Angel.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm fine. I was really interested in being a mentor. It's very important to me for, children to really have a mentor. And I've had both my grandmothers as growing up, and unfortunately they passed away. So, but they taught me a lot, and I just passed it on to my children, which are 21 and 23 now. And they're doing well. I'm happy about that. Emotionally, they're doing well, and that's really what it's all about. I feel like a mentor is going to help that child to feel good about themselves so that they're able to succeed in the world and deal with problems that they come on their own. I think that's really important.
Yes, I agree.
So I really did want to get into mentorship. I've been trying, but I haven't, been able to find out where should I do or where should I go. So and I volunteer.
So now you are you going to go to the Big Brothers, Big Sisters?
Oh, sure, definitely. Yes. I did hear the number. If that's okay for me to know, 392-5155.
Yes.
BigBrotherBigSister.com.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And who do I talk to? I'm sorry.
So it's Sylvia Muller, and it's
okay.
Sylvia Muller, and it's Big Bro, so BRO, Big Sis, SIS, .com.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
And that'll be on our Facebook too, Angel. Just type in Hot 91 and we'll pop right up.
Thank you so much.
No
you have a blessed
problem.
night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If you're on the phone, just hold on for a second. We do have some, we do have a show to talk about. So the misconceptions of mentorship. What are some that you guys hear, if any?
Well, for me, I will say that, a misconception that I hear a lot of is that mentors are perfect. And that mentors don't make mistakes. And, I'm here to dispel that rumor that we're not perfect. We're human just like you are. But we're coming from a real life perspective. We're here to guide you, and to direct you and to help you make informed decisions. But we're not perfect. We don't have all the answers, Sway. So, but, we're here to help you, to guide you, to help you make informed decisions about your life as much as possible. And just to, be someone to bounce ideas off of and go for. Like Sylvia mentioned earlier, the statistics of students or people who have mentors, 55% go to college, 78% give back, and 98% actually become mentors themselves. So I will say to anyone that's thinking about becoming a mentor, you never know how much you may change someone's life if you just take that leap of faith and, really, really just think about it and give back. Someone gave to you, so just take a little bit of time, even if it's 30 minutes to an hour, a week, a day, whatever you can give. It means a lot to change the life of a child.
It does. It does.
Coincidental that Brian Jenkins, I'm his mentor.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Which is very interesting, that... And, all it is, and I learned a lot from him as well. We have various discussions and, about keeping the arrow straight. And if it's bent, we kind of have discussions about why it's bent and what should we do better next time around. Yeah. And I learned a lot from him as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an even exchange. Do you have any misconceptions that you may hear, Miss Sylvia?
I think on the kids' side, one misconception is that only children who are bad need mentors. Or, I often hear like that, oh, my child's on the right track. They don't really need a mentor. Thank you so much. Not necessarily true. It doesn't matter whether they're on the right track or not. It's just that extra ear, that extra person, that extra consistent, positive role model in their life.
Yes, absolutely. A good mentor, quote unquote, good mentor. What is that? What are the characteristics and the qualities that will make a mentor the poster child, if you will?
The poster child mentor is the one that's going to look you in the face and tell you the truth.
Yeah.
There you go. Boom.
It's going to say the emperor has no clothes on.
It's also, for me, it's someone that's going to tell you that you're wrong, and to say, here's why you're wrong, and then I'm going to show you how to, rectify that or to correct that. And just to not be afraid to really, really connect with that person. I will say that, for me, most of my mentors growing up, used to tell me all the time, Brian, you're dead wrong. And you're wrong. And, it's okay.
It's out of love.
Yeah, definitely. So.
And they want to see you succeed. What's the poster child for a mentor, Miss Sylvia?
So definitely, I think just being consistent. Being trustworthy, and showing up. I keep saying that term, but really just being there when you're needed, and really just again trust, right? So that child or that adult needs to be able to trust you. And if I have someone walk in my door with those two qualities, awesome.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to the phone lines. Hi, 91, you're live on the air. Who am I speaking with? Hello there.
Hello?
Hey, you're live on the air. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, what's happening? This is Dwayne.
Hey, Dwayne. You sound like a cool dude.
All right. Hey, yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, look, I spent 22 years as a furrier, and I had a bad break on my ankle that took me out, put me in early retirement and all that. And so now it's just a lot of time going on. And where I know that I've been an influence on some cats in the neighborhood. And I just know that people get judged prematurely, when they're at a particular time in their life. The struggles and the walk and frustration, people go through things, as we all do.
I like that.
And so you just can't. You gotta be there for each other. You know. And so yeah, I was listening to the program. You know, I just ran up and got a little gas, and I was honestly just flicking stations, and I was like, "Hold up, just caught me."
There you go. Keep it right here. Keep it right here. So tell me, what was the most rewarding for you when you were mentoring some people? What was the most rewarding part of that experience?
Oh, well, just to see how they evolved and got into their own groove. Right. You know, and that's what it's about. Whatever you can say, whatever you can do to help and you know, to get somebody on track on their own dreams or whatever they want to do to get themselves right.
I like that.
You know, just me being around them and encouraging them, saying, "Hey, yo, man, you know, later for all the other stuff, man. You can do this. You know, circumstances don't define you. You know, they redefine. You know." And so it's just about all that, you know.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing your 2 cents. I really appreciate it.
And who's this?
Sylvia? My name is Khilo.
Khilo.
Yes.
All right, Khilo.
Khilo, yes. You can catch the
all
show
right, Khilo.
every Friday.
You know, I've been around for a while, you know, but like I said, since my break, you know, I've been laying low, and I've just said, you know what, it's something else that I got to start doing to put myself back out there.
Good.
And that's something I know I can do. I can put some wisdom in the young men and ladies out here.
Well, let me ask you something. Would you be interested in going through an organization like Big Brothers Big Sisters?
I can do that.
Okay.
Absolutely, I can do that.
Great. Did you get that phone number?
Let me get it again. I know there's a couple of numbers that y'all was throwing out, but let me get a specific one.
No problem. Miss Sylvia's going to tell you about that because she's from that organization.
Hi. So my phone number.
You said Khilo, right?
Yes, my name is Khilo, but Miss Sylvia is going to tell you about the phone number. Can you hear her?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Hi, so my name is Sylvia, and it's Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and our phone number is 757 377. I'm sorry, that's not it. It's 757-392.
Okay, 392
5155.
5155.
That's correct. Thank you so much.
Sylvia. This is Sylvia. This is Sylvia.
This is Sylvia from Big Brothers, Big Sisters.
All right, appreciate that.
I appreciate
all
you.
All right, my name's Dwayne. Dwayne Barr. It's D-U-A in the name, matter of fact, not no D-W.
All right, gotcha.
Mr. Dwayne, a cool dude. Thank you for calling, Mr. Dwayne. Have a good night.
All right, you do the same. Appreciate it. All right, now.
And I think that that is a good thing to know, that you don't have to go through an organization, even though organizations are great. But if you are in the neighborhood and you know, just sitting on your porch and you see, you know, young people around, playing around, and you see something in them, or even if you don't see something in them, say a wise word to them. Let them know, hey, let me show you the right way. And I think that can make a world of difference. So, let's see here. What do we want to do? Yeah, let's continue talking, okay? So if one is interested in becoming a mentor through your organization, is it only just the brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi of that chapter? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Our chapter brothers are the ones that have the responsibility to give back to the community. It's an expectation.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And if they wanted to be a part of the Big Brothers Big Sisters, Miss Sylvia, how can they do that?
That's correct. So either just give me a call or visit the www.bigbroBigSis.com.
Love it. And that is on our Facebook page. Listen, we're going to take a quick break, but when we return, we're going to finally talk to Mr. Dwight Bland. He is a senior of the Norfolk State University. Behold the Green and Gold. And he went through the Guide Right program for that's underneath the chapter, the Chesapeake, Virginia Beach alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity. He's going to tell us about how that really helped him and how that is continuing to help him. And just a reminder that we are on YouTube. So if you love this show and you know, like Dwayne said, he got out the car and went to go pump some gas, or, you know, you had to get out the car and get in the house, you can catch this entire episode on our YouTube channel. Just type in Hampton Roads Voices on YouTube. We'll get it up about midweek, okay? Give me some time. I have to slice up the show and things of that nature. But midweek. And also, we rebroadcast our Friday shows on Sunday. So you can hear this again at 12 noon on this Sunday coming up, all right? So when we return, we'll have more Hampton Roads Voices, the importance of mentorship on Hot 91. Hot 91, your choice for hip-hop and R&B soul. It's a brand new episode of Hampton Roads Voices, the importance of mentorship. And we have special guest experts here, Sylvia Muller. We have Mr. E.G. Primus, Brian Jenkins. They've been talking to us all show long about how to be a great mentor, what kind of youth needs the mentoring. And we've been having you, Hampton Roads. You've been calling in. I want to thank our callers. You guys have been really adding to the show. And thank you for listening. All right, so we have Dwight Bland here. He is a senior of Norfolk State University, a biology major, and he actually went through the Guide Right program underneath the Chesapeake, Virginia Beach alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity with Mr. E.G. Primus and Brian Jenkins. And, yeah, we want to know, you know, how did that go for you? So first of all, hello, Dwight.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for being here. And just a quick little background of how things come full circle. Of course, this is Norfolk State University. And even though I'm no longer a student here, I graduated. In my senior year, I was his RA.
Yes.
So I saw him going in and out the building. I'm not going to say with who. Just joking. But he was a freshman at that time. So yes, he has grown since then. So you went through the Guide Right program.
Yes, I did.
When did you do that? Or are you still in it?
No, I'm not.
For male
yes,
seniors.
for high schoolers. I was initiated in the program in 2011.
Okay.
That was when I was in 10th grade. My school principal, Dr. George Parker, I was in a mentorship program in my high school called GMAC. It's Green Run Minority Achievement Committee. And it was for the minority at my high school. And Dr. George Parker pulled me aside one of the meetings because I was the vice president. And he was like, hey, I have this program through my fraternity, and I want to know if you're interested. And I was like, I was in 10th grade, so I was like, yeah. Well, I was a freshman. I was like, yeah, why not? Not really thinking about the huge impact that would have on my life. And like I said, I was initiated in 2011. There were 6 other guys that were initiated in the program with me. I still talk to them and keep in contact with them every now and then up to this day. But I was never really headed down a wrong path, but I think Miss Sylvia had said it earlier. Mentorship isn't just for the broken. Mentorship is for everyone, right. You know, and just having all the brothers in the fraternity in my ear pointing me in the right direction through the program and the mentorship. Like, I still keep in contact with the brothers now, you know, like Brian Jenkins and E.G. Primus, Javon Austin, Dr. George Parker, Michael Graves. The list goes on and on and on.
So you went through this program as a senior in high school. You're now, right?
No, I went through the program as a sophomore till my senior year.
Sophomore until your senior year in high school, and you are now a senior in college.
Yes.
And they still keep in contact with
yes.
you. So that's awesome. So tell me a little bit about when you started the program. How did that go for you? Were you like, what's this?
So I was kind of like, well, what is this? You know, I mean, I had known about mentorship all of my life. I had a mentor, my grandfather. He was a great mentor to me. So I had an idea what mentorship was, but I didn't know how intense and how serious it was until I was actually in that program and in that environment around the brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi, really influencing me and really taking me under their wings, like in so many different avenues. Like, most guys were in the program, they were just making every effort to make sure that if I wasn't going to college, I was going to do something with my life. Right. Because college isn't made for everybody.
Of course.
And some people, they don't go to college, they don't go to the military, but they become entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. So the organization is full of entrepreneurs and other people's avenues of life that they can heavily influence. And I was heavily influenced as far as into going to college because they saw a lot of potential in me that I didn't necessarily see in myself, but I knew I had. So it just took that extra little push.
So what was the most remarkable or the most valued thing that you took away from that program in your 2 years that you did it?
I would definitely say sacrifice. The men in the organization, they definitely sacrificed a lot of time and a lot of energy. They had jobs themselves, 9 to 5, some even longer, and still met up with me and I call them my brothers that are in the program. Met up with me and my brothers in the program after school. After we got out of school. I mean, we go to school from 7 a.m. We get out at like 3 o'clock. Some of us play sports. I ran track. I played football as well. So I would meet with them after practice, but they were still committed, still bringing energy, never lacking in zeal and motivation for the guys that are in the program, including myself. So
now, they were telling me, they as a Mr. Primus and Mr. Jenkins were telling me about the battalion that you guys do. How was that?
So I was, oh man, it was a great experience. I was recommended to do the program. I had went to the battalion when I was in 11th grade, and I attended it. I was like, whoa, what is this? Like, guys were dressed up in suits, and they had escorts, and they were doing the waltz, and I was like, man, this is kind of corny. But then they started talking about scholarships and sponsorships and stuff like that, and people were going into college with like $2,000 in cash, and I'm just like, wow, this is, I don't know what. Sign me up.
Where the tux at?
Where do I go? And it was through the fraternity, and I was in the program through the fraternity. So I was like, I have the plug right here. Why not make that initiative? It wouldn't hurt. So the program was great. One of the brothers in the fraternity, Vincent Epps, he's a great teacher. He was teaching me how to waltz. I knew how to dance. I know how to dance, but it was just a different vibe, as far as for me for the waltzing. But it was great. I got to make connections with the guys that I was in the battalion with. I think there was about 7 to 10 of us. I believe there's about 7 to 10 of us in my battalion. And my parents came, my granddad came. It was just a great event. I had an escort as well. She was awesome. And it was just a growing experience for me, and just really seeing what it takes to inspire service in the public interest. Like, they're really devoting their time and their energy and their efforts into giving not only to us but to the community, and to see the community reacting to what the brothers in the
celebrating
celebrating the event itself. I was like, man, like, this is dope. This is cool. I definitely enjoy this. Why not? So yeah, that was my experience with the battalion.
Yeah. Well, clearly, it did a great work in your life, because now first of all, you chose Norfolk State University.
Yeah.
That's the best thing you could have did.
Yeah.
And now you're graduating in May.
In May.
With your bio major. So that's
Yes.
an accomplishment within itself.
Yes,
And I'm sure you're going to pay it forward.
I've already started to pay. When I came to Norfolk State my freshman year, I was a freshman. So I was being a freshman. But I learned a lot, and still having the guys in my corner from the organization telling me, like, when I was straying off left, like, no, you got to get back right. Like, this is not why we sent you here. This is not why we pushed you to get here to go down this path. Like, you need to go back right. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. I definitely need to go down the right path. And at that point in time, I was like, man, like, this is real sacrifice. I've graduated already. Why are these guys still keeping in contact with me? Why do they care so much? But then it's just like, man, like, this is what mentoring is about. So, over the years, I've learned about mentoring, and I do it myself now. I have what I call them kids on campus. I adopt like freshmen or sophomores, mainly freshmen, and try to help them, get a feel for the campus, connect them with people that I know, because college is all about networking. It's not always just about the books and stuff like that. Like, when you graduate, the most important thing is who you know, because they will help you out. And I've been on the campus for a while, and I know a lot of people, but that's because of the networking that I've done. So if I can't help out a student in sociology, I know nothing about sociology, but I know a lot of sociology majors, whether they're in organizations or not, or I know people, I know teachers and things like that. I'm like, hey, like, I know this sociology teacher that could definitely help you out.
Yeah.
You know, there are organizations within your major. Do you know this? Do you know that? And they're like, oh, no, I don't. So I'm definitely making the efforts to pay it forward. I think that's something I'll do for the rest of my life.
Good
honestly.
for you. Well, that is Mr. Dwight Bland. He is a senior here at Norfolk State University, and he is talking about the Get Right program, and that is underneath the Chesapeake Virginia Beach Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity. And the chairman for that particular program is here, Mr. E.G. Primus. And Mr. Primus, can you tell us about the contact information if somebody's listening like, yes, my son needs to be in something like that?
Yeah, definitely. Well, they can contact us at cvbkappas at gmail.com. That's cvbkappas at gmail.com. Also, they can connect with us on Instagram, cvbkappas, and they can also follow us on Facebook, CVB Noops as well. But feel free to send any emails or any questions that you have about the program to us at cvbkappas at gmail.com. And then also I just wanted to point out that this is our 96th year of the Guide Right program. And so, you know, I think this is something to be celebrated. So, you know,
congratulations.
And also, January is actually National Mentorship Month.
Yes, it is.
So, you know, it's important. This is why we mentor. This is why Kappa's mentor, and we do what we do. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to email us at cvbkappas at gmail.com. We'll be glad to get back with you.
Additionally, we do send letters out to the high schools. The letters normally go out in the month of August. First week in August, we send it to every high school on the South Side. So please talk to your guidance counselors. They get the letters. And we do call and follow up with the guidance counselors to see if they have any students that are interested in the programs.
I love that. Now, Miss Sylvia, can you tell us about, one more time, your contact information? I know it's been all show long, but yes, let us know.
Yeah, so it's www.
It's been a long show, goodness. But it's on our Facebook page.
Yes,
it is. A brain fart.
Or you can
I have
follow
those
us
all the time.
on Facebook at BA Big Virginia. That's BA Big VA. You can follow us on Facebook.
I like that. All right, so I want to thank my special guest experts that have been holding us down all show long. We had a caller. I'm sorry, caller. It's time to end the show. Call us next week. I do apologize. Okay, so thank you, Miss Sylvia Muller from Big Brothers Big Sisters, Hampton Roads. She's the program manager there. Thank you, Mr. E.G. Primus, the chairman of Guide Right Program, Chesapeake, Virginia Beach Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity. Thank you, Brian Jenkins, the Kappa League Director with the same chapter, Chesapeake, Virginia Beach Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity. And thank you, Dwight Bland.
No problem.
Appreciate y'all. And thank you for listening to Hampton Roads Voices. Don't forget that we will be rebroadcasting this particular episode on our right here on our station, 12 noon on Sunday. And also make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Hampton Roads Voices, right on YouTube. Type it in and you will find us. Follow me on not on Twitter, please. Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter too. Why not? Kilogram at KHILOGRAM at Kilogram KHILOGRAM. And I have coined myself your public affairs princess. Okay, so catch this show every single Friday to see what we are talking about right here on Hampton Roads Voices. Next Friday, we're talking about entrepreneurship. You want to start that business? You want to get into entrepreneurship? You tired of that 9-to-5? I got you. Or you want to supplement your 9-to-5 income? I got you, all right? Have a great night.